Be prepared right from the very start and throughout for highly offensive language and sexual themes. The men have landed and they're fighting for immunity.
What the hell?
The male housemates will wear a labour simulator and endure the synthetic pain of childbirth.
Can someone come home
And Anne's at it again.
The definition of marriage is between a man and a woman.
I'm shocked. The equalising of the age of consent?
Yeah, I voted against. That is my view, and if I say that, I expect you to believe it. And anybody who laughed at that, frankly.
I did, sorry.
You all did.
Oh, no.
I didn't enjoy it, and I do not think it was morally right.
And Big Brother has noted that request.
It isn't even a request. It's a telling off, Big Brother. I'm telling you off.
Last night, the men joined the celebrity Big Brother house. And the women immediately assigned them some domestic chores.
And I said it, mate, but we actually did luck out with this job, man.
Yeah, no. No, it's,
I mean, it's not the most rewarding of work, but it's a fucking living, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's, I wouldn't have been able to do the cooking, I don't think. Right.
Yep.
Done. It's not too much to do, is it?
Nah, mate. A few shitters. All good practice. Do you reckon they'll turn it on its head at some point and the girls have to do this shit for us?
Doubt it, mate. It's the year of the woman.
World's not that easy, is it?
But Anne isn't happy.
I think by the end of today, I shall be out of my mind with boredom if they've really got to do every last thing. What is the greatest power that we have? It's the power to run our own lives, something, of course, that women didn't have for centuries. And therefore to be independent, to do things for ourselves, to do things as and when we want them for ourselves. So, yes, in a way, power has been taken away. I mean, just to have to sit there and watch everybody else do the work.
John has come to speak to India.
It's a misconception of who you are, but it's also understandable because people don't understand it. People don't understand what you've gone through, and not so much for me, because as much as I'm black, I've been John Barnes, a footballer, since I've been 17, so people haven't treated me that way, but I've seen the way they treat other black people, and that is what I judge it on, not on how they treat me.
Yeah.
So I do understand, but I also understand why they think the way they do.
As well, wasn't there a match that was well reported and they threw bananas?
Yeah, but that happened all the time, not just to me. That happened to any black player who played in the 70s. That was commonplace, you know. But understanding why they actually do that. And I understand why they do that, because of what they have been wrongly told about people like me, what men have been wrongly told about women for hundreds of years in terms of their capacity to do certain jobs, and what people have been wrongly been told about either homosexuals or people who have, you know, gender issues, what they've been wrongly told, so it's understandable why people react the way they do. But we have to be able to talk about it, openly and honestly, without being labelled racist, homophobic or sexist.
Oh, John, breath of fresh air.
That's what we have to do.
Totally what?
But so people are afraid to actually say, well, I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
Jess and Maggie are dissecting India's latest argument.
It's a shame that he had to end up in a row with you. I've tried a couple of times to diffuse. I don't think she wants it though. So when that subject then comes up, we all see her as a woman. I see her as a woman. I don't see her as anything. I never seen her as anything. If I asked him would you date me, he'd probably say no chance. But I wouldn't storm off. I wouldn't ask him. Without him. Yeah. We're all living together. We all have to give and take a bit. And I haven't seen very much give.
Ashley is reassuring India.
But yeah, just all that shit last night.
I mean, I think it's unfair just to say genuine, because I think he answered a question that was asked him and he answered honestly, but I think you can't get upset with it. I empathise with you that you must feel lost, like how am I ever going to meet a guy or...
Not going to happen. It's
No, I think it
impossible.
will.
No, I'm sorry.
Because also, you don't want someone that's caught up in masculinity, like, in their masculinity issues.
Honestly, Ashley, it will never happen.
I think you should have faith.
No.
Because do you believe that you're a lovable person?
I'm a nice person, yeah. I
think the
frustrated.
hesitation is, I think you need to believe I am lovable, and do you know what? If someone doesn't like me as a woman because they can't see past me being trans, then that's on them, and I don't want to be with that person anyway.
Honestly, I generally wish that was true, but people do get the two mixed up.
Yeah.
Just don't want to be lonely.
But I think this is the issue, that you feel lonely and you worry about one person's opinion because you magnify it to the public, but there's so many people that don't care, honestly. And I think you need to start believing that you're lovable.
Some of the girls are working up a sweat in the sauna.
Oh, a nipple piercing?
Yes, a nipple piercing. Oh, wow. It smells nice, yeah? Do you know the one good thing about this house is there is mirrors on every single wall.
Mirrors, I cannot. Do you say that you're
You realise every single mirror has a camera behind it?
Of course I do, which is why I'm sitting here. Yeah.
Well, in like a complimentary way, right? Okay.
No.
Let's do a camera-friendly pose. There we go.
No, I think I promise. I think I'm out of sight.
Do you like having mirrors everywhere?
Well, I think mirrors are cool because they make the place look bigger, and because like you can just give yourself like a.
Malika is talking to Genuine about Khloe Kardashian supporting her on the outside.
My girl had tweeted asking everybody, how can I see, like, tell me how I can see her.
Oh, yeah,
I said, they're not going to go this long without knowing what's going on.
She's definitely going to look.
Oh, 100%. She wants to know everything.
Yes.
She told me she will climb through here. I was like, if you don't sit your pregnant self down somewhere.
Oh, man, that's so dope.
She's like, I will come find you if I have to. I'm like, honey, I will be okay. I promise you.
Fine.
I'm guessing you'll have your first task today.
Yeah,
That's what I'm guessing.
I'm pretty sure. I'm up for it.
Be a winner.
Oh, yeah. I didn't come here to lose, you know.
No, I know that. That's the same thing I say. People are like,
they're
like, do you really care? I'm like, look, I'm not that competitive, but it's like, if I played you in a card game, I'm playing you because I want to win.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. I'm like, I want to win.
I'm definitely coming to win. I ain't coming to
Well, you have competition.
Yes, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh, man.
We'll keep each other alive in here.
Andrew is showing Anne he's good in the bedroom.
No, I think everyone was crying out for some male company there, weren't they?
Oh, God.
Is it
Yes.
a godsend?
Yes.
I've never seen 8 ladies so happy to see me in my entire life.
You just don't want to be confined with the same sex forever.
No,
that's all.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, you certainly do not. You certainly do not.
Do you think I'll get into trouble if I help?
Yes. I know. I get it. It's annoying, but I'm afraid that's just part of the game. Yeah.
So allegedly. How long have you been retired then, lovely?
I've been retired 7 years.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying your retirement?
I am.
Oh, yeah?
Who doesn't enjoy retirement? Yeah.
I don't think I would.
Oh, well, you will. You don't at the moment
Maybe,
because you're
maybe.
too young. You're too young.
I don't know. I feel like
Too young
I
to
need
even
something.
think about it at the
I
moment.
feel like I'm already going insane in here, and I've only been here 2 minutes.
Oh, golly. In that case, oh, how expert. How brilliant. I must watch how you do that next time you do it. Hang on, let me... They can't object.
You're not allowed to get away from me.
They can't object. They really can't object.
They can, they will, and they do. I'll give it another flick.
That's very expert.
Of the wrist. I am, like I say, does the bottom sheets need changing? They
I
do,
think
don't
so,
they?
yes.
No. And I will tackle you to the floor.
That would be
pin you
interesting.
down.
Are you a rugger tackler?
No, I'm not a rugby tackler. But I can tackle retired ladies, I'm afraid. I'm good at it. So who have you made the best friendships with so far then?
I think we've all been quite friendly.
Yeah.
I knew Rachel before I came in, so
Of course you did, yeah.
Sort of.
I will tackle you to the ground.
Try me once more.
You keep threatening them. Keep threatening them. Let's find out how it works one day.
Is that okay for you, Anne?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
I'll make it up for you.
Coming up, Malika tells it straight.
It literally upset me last night. That's what it did.
Oh, did it?
It
Sorry.
upset me for you to be upset because I was like, why is India? No, India, no, India. Don't let it be this. Don't let it. That's how I felt.
Be prepared for highly offensive language and sexual themes. Malika has something on her mind.
So really quickly, I don't know if you're up for it or not, but you tell me how you feel. Are you open to talking about what happened last night at all?
What now?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not a gossipy girl, but hi, love.
Hi. How was the sleep?
Huh?
How was the sleep?
What, sleep with you?
Yeah.
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice you were there, which
I didn't
is a
notice you were
good
there
thing.
either. I didn't.
Well,
I
that's
swear I
perfect.
didn't notice.
Isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm not a. Yeah.
But it was a good kip.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Can we just pop in the bathroom en route? I just need to get my trainers.
Oh yeah. Where are they?
They're just in the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, there's an uncanny thing. Every time, I don't know whether it's just coincidence or what, but every time I'm having like a bit of a personal conversation, it's like Maggie appears and drifts into the background. It's really freaking me out
You're
now.
rather...
No, it's
Oh,
like
sorry.
an uncanny thing. No, it's okay. We're just coming in for I think I left all my clothes and stuff. Here we go. Hey, what's that? Is that Lynx for men?
No.
Probably not, no.
No, I wear deodorant, but I don't normally wear aftershave.
Right.
Because I don't shave.
Yeah.
And I'm not going anywhere to smell sweet. I use a razor to keep it a bit lower than this, but I don't wet shave.
Right.
To use aftershave. So, but I've got some Tom Ford, which I found, and I thought if I'm coming in, rather than make a bit of an effort to smell a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
I know how my wife feels when I'm always just not smelling too sweet, so make a bit of an effort.
Enjoy. Right. Yeah, I got my stuff. Let's go. I'll come back and get this. Plenty of time.
You want a hand?
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna say
Come
we're
back.
not coming back out here because it's too cold.
Okay, where do you want to go? We'll find somewhere.
can
See what I
attempt-
mean? It's uncanny. Is it
Yeah,
me? Am I imagining it?
We will attempt to
What's going on?
have privacy. That's
If
what
we
will
go in a
attempt to do.
cupboard and she turns up, I'm going to be really suspicious. Let's go in the storeroom.
Okay.
Let's test the theory.
So sorry, I don't know if this washer is helping, but no, I was saying I'm not a gossipy person. And I had a conversation last night after the whole, when you got up and walked away. And I did feel like, God, I don't want India to take this position where she feels victimized by everybody else because they don't understand her or are choosing to go against the things that make you feel better.
Honestly, I'm not the sort of person that lingers on something
Yeah.
and it becomes,
I just don't,
can
you know
chat
what
to
I don't
everyone.
want? I don't want you to be the person every night that's feelings are hurt. I don't want
well,
you
that's
to.
nice.
I don't want you
Okay.
every day to be someone that is misunderstood and not taken
Yeah.
a certain way. I understand I don't know what your experiences have
Yeah.
been, so I'm not implying that I know that, but if I want you to just love on yourself a little bit more when other people
No,
don't, because
I'm
nobody
going
in
to.
this house is going to make a difference
I
when
know.
you walk out
It's-
of here.
it's purely
but don't let
frustration,
anyone,
that's all.
don't
I
let
know.
anyone murk this up for you.
Yeah.
It literally upset me last night. That's what it did.
Oh, did it?
It
Sorry.
upset me for you to be upset because I was like, why is India? No, India, no, India. Don't let it be this. Don't let it. That's how I felt. My mom used to say this to me when I was growing up, like, don't beat the ignorant for being ignorant. because they're ignorant. It's almost like you do put yourself in a position to educate people, and that becomes a responsibility. But thereafter, it's almost like you can't get mad at someone for not knowing. If I don't understand you, at least I respect you, and that's all you really need everybody else here to do. And if your feelings get hurt, someone says something you don't like, I'm still a shoulder for you. I'm your sleep companion.
No,
you know
I
what I'm saying? So I want to see it turn. Okay.
Well done, doll.
All right.
At least Maggie didn't come in.
I know. we hid good.
We'll take them down, down, one at a time. No, they ain't never getting up. Round, we're at the top. Yeah, forever coming down.
In the kitchen, Wayne's getting a right royal questioning.
So, Wayne, when did you get your OBE?
Oh, yeah, she got you Obi, didn't she?
I've got my Obi, yeah.
Obi-Wan
Kenobi.
Never mind that. When are you getting your knighthood? Never mind when you got your OBE.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, that was years ago, just after Diana died.
And you danced with Diana?
Yes.
How did that
Garden.
come about?
Oh, and she'd seen a lot of my work at Covent Garden. She was, well, you could say she was a fan, I suppose.
She was, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Diana?
she
was.
was.
A fan of this.
I know. And she rang me and said, I want to dance with you at Covent Garden this Christmas for the big Christmas gala party that they did as a thank you to all the supporters of the Opera House. I met her, and I think she was in the headband, the leg warmers, the leotard and the tights. And she said, I want to do a number with you to Billy Joel's Uptown Girl. When I was talking to her, I realised she had a great sense of humour. And so I thought, oh, we can do this tongue-in-cheek. So what we did was, I choreographed a 3-minute number for us. She kept it as a surprise for her husband for Christmas. So he didn't know about it. We went down to the stage and we did the number, and it worked really well.
Was she nervous?
Yeah, but she was excited. I was nervous. I did a lift from her from one corner of the stage right diagonally across to the other corner. And I thought, God, what if I drop her, the future Queen of England at that time it was going to be.
400 years ago, you would have had your head off.
I know, exactly.
So be careful what you're doing.
I know, truly, truly. After the 8th curtain call, she says, let's do it again. I said, no, leave them wanting more. And I said, by the way, you've got to bow to the royal box. She said, I'm not bowing to him, he's my hubby. And so I made a turn and bow. And as we ran off, she went, you won't get your OBE that way.
Shane, Jay and India are in the bedroom.
If you're an individual who finds boys and girls attractive, I think that's great, right? But I guess most people, for whatever reason, only are attracted to one sex, whether it's, you know, women to men or women to women, men to men. That's just their liking. But I just feel my sort of side, being straight and coming from a trans background, it just gets lost in the chorus of everything going on.
Well, and your voice is here.
And it's difficult to explain, because sometimes I feel like I'm coming across as being prejudiced or bigoted or hating on gay people, and it's not really about that. It's just that clarity. That's
but I think that's why you're here, and you're now contributing your part of the story to the greater story, and that's the best thing, to have your story more concise in the minds of the public, and understanding that my story is completely different to your story. Because some people might not... We know that a lot of people just see
as the same,
and we both know that that's completely incorrect. So I think just the conversation just will evolve, hopefully.
Interesting. Good chat.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to think about that. That's good.
Yeah.
See, we can be friends.
Right.
And we are friends. We haven't really fallen out, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Good. I know, another hug. Another hug, India and her hugs. I love a good hug. Right, I'm going to go and get my salmon.
Yeah, go eat.
I'm going to coming back alive.
I will.
Soon.
I'm going to put a thermal on because I'm cold in this house.
And don't be freaked out. You know, again, this is just like a thing. It's like, because I grew up and I had these sort of like dreams and what have you. So if I am a little bit just a tiny bit, I'm hoping to sort of wean myself off. Like, you know, like
drag
nicotine.
phobia.
My drag phobia.
We'll get through this together.
If I am...
one day at a time.
You know,
Thank
brilliant.
you.
I think we're going to be friends.
I think so too.
I think we are.
Why not?
Okay, see you soon.
Cut forward to 1 week's time. India and I throwing white wine at each other.
Coming up, the men are pushed to their limits.
Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, it's cooker.
Be prepared for highly offensive language. It's time for the housemates to meet the stereotype writer once more. Amanda, Jess, Maggie and Malika have all won immunity from eviction. The men are now being given the chance to join them. The 8 male housemates are going to compete in a series of tasks. The stereotype writer will provide some gender stereotypes about men, and the male housemates will have to attempt to disprove them.
Men can't.
Yeah, got that one.
Yeah.
Straight.
Men can't. Men can't enjoy. Men can't express their emotions.
The women have chosen Shane L, Shane J, Wayne and Genuine to challenge the stereotype that men can't multitask. The men must simultaneously wear high heels, ride a bike, prepare sandwiches and put on a full face of makeup. The first man to make 3 sandwiches wins.
Holy shit, how do you stand on this?
Wayne, you have butter on your fingers. That's not foundation, it's butter.
I don't know where to put nothing.
I'm doing contour.
I don't know what to put in this.
Yeah, like, for a ballerina, you're
As Shane J was the first to finish his 3 sandwiches, he is the winner. The next gender stereotype to be challenged is that men can't endure pain.
To challenge the stereotype men can't endure pain, the male housemates you choose will wear a labour simulator and endure the synthetic pain of childbirth for the duration of the task.
The men must remain in labour until Big Brother sounds the klaxon.
I think this is just wrong. When was ever inflicting pain a source of entertainment? What's it about?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I can feel it, yeah.
Oh, it's going, but it's
Fuck! I'm sorry. Sorry, it's worth it when you see what the end result is.
You're not going to get an end result, though, John.
Oh, that does look sore.
You can stop if you want, you know.
Oh, I'm out.
No way!
Really? I couldn't, mate. That was well bad.
Then it comes in waves.
They do it, that's how it is, John. It comes in waves.
And can't even watch. And
it's coming back now. Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, shit. See? See?
Oh, yeah, cooker.
Don't forget to breathe.
I'm crowded.
Oh, mate, I can't believe more.
Mummy, can someone come on?
It's so...
Oh, fuck! I'm sorry, Anne.
Sorry, Anne.
Oh, my God!
It's disgusting.
Oh, my God!
Absolutely disgusting.
Who has more than one kid? Who does this again?
Well, I look well bad for that.
I feel slimmer already.
The women decided that John endured the pain best and will go into the final with Shane J.
Anne, how are you feeling?
Of course I'm okay. I wasn't the one going through that. And anybody who laughed at that, frankly.
I did, sorry.
I thought
You all
it was
did.
good.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's just a game.
Because
It is not just a game.
Oh, it
Inflicting
is.
pain on people is not a game.
So it's a joke. If you can handle it, you can. If you
Yeah.
take it off, there's no.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to do it. They rip it off. It's not like
I know.
there's a gun at your
That's
head.
not
So
fine. I don't care.
stupid. I'm not gonna. No aggro.
A spectator sport of pain is just horrible. This is all wrong.
I don't know I'm being made to feel guilty about it either. That's why I don't understand. It's not like I've got a gun at the head, and if you don't do this task, it's end of. It's just a game, and they can rip it off when they want. It's just getting a bit silly now. Everyone's getting too serious. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Jess, I thought it was funny as well.
I
It was like a
was
joke
put it
shot,
off.
wasn't it?
But whatever. I know it's not a big deal. Just always like I'm stupid one.
Oh, are you upset? I'm just being stupid.
Oh no.
Happened to me.
In the final, it's John versus Xian Jie, attempting to challenge the stereotype that men can't express their emotions.
For the final test, you must both look inside yourselves, dig deep, and channel your emotional sides in order to cry genuine tears. John and Shane, you should now begin your attempts to cry.
Look at John go.
He's probably going to do it.
I think he's going for it.
Yeah. He looked like he's on the toilet.
Oh my God. This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, this is intense, isn't it?
Yeah, yep, there it is.
Good.
Oh, it's coming.
John's getting some sleep. John, this is the only time that John's like to shut his eyes during the day and sleep.
John's remembering one of his favourite films now, and he's just completely lost it. Oh, that's deep.
It's over.
That's deep.
Well, that was a good try. Good try, man.
You made me cry.
have incredible
You guys made us
commitment.
cry.
Sorry, I cried.
The women have decided that Xian Jie was best at smashing stereotypes, so he joins Amanda, Jess, Maggie and Malika in immunity from the first eviction.
Are you actually upset, or was you just acting?
No, I was thinking when I was thinking about coming in here, I had a lot of nerves about why I was coming in. And what I realized is the reason that I was coming in and the reason that I do what I do is because when I was a 14-year-old boy and I didn't know who I was, I got my greatest strength, and this will sound ridiculous, from the Spice Girls. And Jerry Halliwell, out of all of them, was somebody who was a shining beacon of my teenage years. And she was just this person who was loud and out there, and she was just herself. And I just remember being so lost and confused, and that there was this person who was a beacon. And I get lots of fan mail from young kids who tell these harrowing stories about the things that they've gone through. And so I kind of just realized that my intention was to come in here and to be a positive example as best as I could be for any young people who have experienced any sort of adversity, I guess.
How can I compete against that? Come on.
Housemates are reflecting on the task.
I was a bit like, oh God, don't, especially anyone, but because John's such like positive force, and I could see him trying, and I was like, John, no, stay happy.
Yeah. That must affect you for the rest of the day, though. If you shoot, or it would me. Yeah. It's very difficult to shake it off again.
But also, Anne refused to look at any of it, and was saying it was barbaric and.
Well, it wasn't that. It's at the end of the day. It is a game. I thought the electric shock thing, granted, I didn't have to bear the brunt of it.
That's all right.
But I'm hoping it wasn't torture level.
No, it was.
You just
and you could rip it off.
Live television.
To be honest, I thought you did the right thing. Just rip it off.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't do it for effect. I can tell you that. It was.
Anne is appalled.
I have to say that sitting there for the infliction of pain, when I heard some of my fellow housemates laughing, I changed my opinion of them. It shocked me. I mean, Maggie, for example, who I think of as very kind, very gentle, said she was laughing. Thought it was funny. Funny to inflict pain on people. Funny.
Some of the housemates are discussing Anne being appalled.
I feel like this is torture for Anne.
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, it's like you're around, you know, like for her, she wants everyone to.
I'm very mindful all the time of including her and being respectful, but there are some things that you have to get on with because we're in here.
Exactly. No, but it's like every time someone curses, they're like, sorry, Anne. Every time someone, like, says something, anything, yeah, they're like, sorry, Anne, or Anne's like, no one, and if you're laughing, you're whatever, you're like, well, oh, my mom's not here, and neither is my grandmother, and you're not the oldest woman in here, so you almost feel like, I'm like, are you just so uncomfortable by the stuff that we do? Like,
I think part of it probably is because I'm in her position in government for all those years.
Yeah, but then why are you doing Celebrity Big Brother?
I think she's very unbending, you know, and I think that's how she's become conditioned through her life.
But
So she's not gonna change.
celebrities are a bunch of kooks. Yeah. So that's what I mean. I'm like, so why are you doing Celebrity Big Brother? Baby, we ain't wrapped that tight.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't enjoy it, and I do not think it was morally right to have those two tests today. And I hope there won't be any further instances of deliberately inflicting pain or deliberately inflicting grief.
And Big Brother has noted that request.
It isn't even a request. It's a telling off, Big Brother. I'm telling you off.
Coming up, things get heated.
Marriage is a man and a woman.
I know, I hear you, honestly, but I'm just trying to pin down
I've got the idea that you don't agree with me, but that is my view.
Be prepared for highly offensive language and sexual themes. As a reward for winning immunity in today's task, Big Brother has invited Shane J to join the women of the house for some cocktails.
Cheers, Shane.
Cheers. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having me in your power room.
Cheers, baby.
Daniel is explaining the delicate nuances of his stand-up routine.
This geezer got up, he shouted something, he got up and he went to the toilet. He was with his missus. I was like, you're right, sweetheart. I was like, look. I was like, all right, how long have you been together? And she was like, 2 years. And I said, have you got any birthmarks? Yeah, any nice birthmarks? And she said, yeah, she had a birthmark on her arse, right? And I went, sweet, what's your name? Julie. I was like, wicked, no worries. So I said to the audience, when he comes in, pretend I'm finishing a joke. So he walks back in and I go, yeah, and then boom, and everyone laughed. And I went, right, I'm going to get into the audience. And I went down and I went, right, turn the lights up so I can see the crowd. And I went, fucking hell, Julie. All right? Julie, I ain't seen you for about, what, fucking 6 months. You still got that lovely little fucking... birthmark on your arse, have you? Mate, this geezer.
Oh, he got up.
Oh, mate, he got past the security, mate. And then the next thing, I was waking up. I was like, fucking mate. Out, mate.
He got to you, he got to you.
Oh, mate, yeah, clean on the chin, mate. But
wow.
you know what?
Oh, yeah.
It's worth the story.
Good night.
Before I came in, I did some Googling and read some things.
Yep.
And I understand that you voted against any pro-LGBT legislation in Parliament in your 23 years.
Well, it would depend on which piece of legislation I was voting on.
All right, so let's start with marriage equality.
Well, you call it marriage equality, I call it the redefinition of marriage. So if marriage suddenly is no longer between a man and a woman, but is between a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, then why not between one man and two women? Why not polygamy?
Well, marriage has been redefined many times throughout history. You used to never be able to get divorced.
Marriage is a civil institution that is defined by Parliament. If people want to change that, I've got to be persuaded that it's a good idea, and I'm not.
That if two people love each other and they want to get married, it doesn't really impact on anyone else. Does anyone have the right to stop two people who love each other from getting married?
Yes, you're not saying that two people can't get together and live together and all the rest of it. All you're saying is you don't apply the definition of marriage.
But why? It's just a word, really. So why?
No, it's not just a word. It's an institution set up for the stability of society, which has been with us for centuries.
No, but
marriage is a man and a woman.
I hear you, honestly, but I'm just trying to point out...
I've got the idea that you don't agree with me, but that is my view.
And I think what you're using is a logical fallacy. You're saying that it's a slippery slope.
And there is.
That's a logical fallacy to say that it's a slippery slope.
It's been a slippery slope in nearly every law we've passed that we thought was done for the right reasons.
What about the legalisation of homosexuality, 67?
68, actually, but that's a minor detail.
I think it was 67.
Leo Abse, 68.
The Wolfenden Report in 67, which promoted for the acceptance of homosexuality. So what do you think about the 68 Act?
I was in favour of the legalisation because it was a huge source of blackmail, but I also thought that what consenting adults who are mentally competent and over the age of consent do in private isn't anybody else's business.
Bloody hell, you can move, mate.
It's quite simple,
so,
really.
So you gotta...
But, you know, there's all sorts of things like...
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. That's just steps to there.
I think I broke a leg, I did that.
Didn't do the...
No, you did it.
Did you vote on any legislation about the equalising of the age of consent?
Yeah, I voted against.
And why was that?
For a start, I don't think very much of the heterosexual age of consent because it doesn't appear to be applied.
Well, that's not valid, though.
And therefore, I felt there was already insufficient protection in the law, and that if you reduced the homosexual age of consent to 16, all you were doing was extending that lack of protection, but this time to boys instead of just to boys and girls. So no.
That sounds like a way around the block, though.
It's not a way around the block. That is my view, and if I say that, I expect you to believe it.
I'm shocked. I am shocked.
Have you entered bills that were about raising the age of consent for girls, like immediately after that?
Raising it, no, you've no majority in Parliament to do that.
So it was important enough to not allow same-sex people to be equal, but not important enough to try...
As far as I was concerned, any protection that we already had, we should keep.
My collar is awfully tight, so I loosened my top button.
It's quite a fascinating one. It looks a bit like a table napkin with a ring.
This is probably not so relevant. In the 50s, 60s, when it was illegal to be homosexual, they had this is called the gay hanky code, where guys would put different coloured hankies in their back pocket to signify...
How did people know that it signalled anything?
Well, I guess there was the underground system of communication, and so different things that you're into, and lavender meant drag queen, and depending on whether you put it in your back pocket or your right pocket, it was kind of like I am or I'm interested in. This was just kind of like a little tip of the hat to that queer history, which I just thought was fun.
Now, you see, if I used that word, I would be in trouble.
Queer? No, you're allowed to use that word now.
Oh,
it's in.
That's now
changed.
permissible, is it?
Yes. Yeah. Queer is actually a positive term that represents a more diverse community.
I don't think I'll use it. I don't think everybody's caught up with your reasoning.
Andrew is giving Ashley a facial.
So where are you from, Ashley?
I feel like I'm just from here now.
Is this you now? This is you?
Yeah.
Does it say this on your passport? Boreham Wood.
CBB.
CBB.
The BNB. Is this everything you imagined from your Big Brother
And
experience?
more, darling, and more.
India has come to talk to Big Brother.
Every time I seem to have a private conversation, or whether I'm talking about something delicate or I've been upset, somebody drifts into the room just by chance. You know, she's either forgotten something or she needs something and she sort of hovers and lingers. Maggie Marple. She's a bit like a bad smell, to be honest. Just uncanny, and it's really starting to wind me up.
When I'm in a relationship, the female is in charge, and I like that. I don't want to be in charge, because when I'm in charge, I make stupid fucking decisions. So I prefer for them to be.
Are you a relationship guy or not?
Yeah, definitely.
I think, you know, if you find the right person, I think you'd be stupid not to. I mean, that's what everyone's looking for. These fuckboys who just want to go out and just party. One day they have to go, do you know what, enough is enough. I'm 35 and I'm trying to bang 18-year-olds and it's just not right. And that's not me, what I want to be.
That's good.
Don't mean to interrupt your intellectual banging 18-year-olds conversation. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Enjoy that 18-year-olds.
See you in the morning.
But yeah, no, yeah, relationships, man, they're good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm a hopeless romantic.
I just hope I don't go out like in the first week.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's shitting them. I think that's why everyone's being nice and kind and polite at the moment, you know. I do. I think you watch how it is. It's not necessarily because everyone comes used to each other. It's because at this moment in time, everyone's being friendly.
Just don't want to get nominated.
Exactly. That's it. Because when we was in The Apprentice, no one wanted to be that first person. If you're the second person, it's a bit less. Third person, a bit less. Fourth person.
Who do you think? Oh no, we're not allowed to talk about nominations now.
No. But ultimately, everyone's been nice, everyone's been kind, and it's going to change. The dynamic will change when the first person goes. Not because the first person's causing trouble, but because they're not going to be the first person out.
Yeah, people get a bit bigger for their boots.
Yeah, bigger for the boots, and they've got less to lose then, because first out is...
embarrassing.
Yeah, like, I'd be embarrassed.
Or just forgotten.
There's some people here who don't give a fuck, who don't care if they're first out. You can tell, there's some...
Yeah, you can tell I do.
In the diary room, she and Jay is talking about winning immunity.
It was nice to win. It's like that the little boy in high school who wasn't good at sport, who wasn't ever winning anything against any men, did feel validated today by that win, even if it was because I cried and put on makeup.
How does it feel knowing that Anne doesn't have the same opinion as you?
I like that you can have a civilized conversation with somebody who has a very different opinion to yourself. I think that that's important, and I don't think there's enough of that. And whilst I, strongly disagree with Anne's opinions and her reasons for her opinions, I obviously respect her right to have them. She doesn't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with her, and we can still coexist as human beings. And in this instance, I can be thankful that I'm in a place of privilege, that it doesn't affect me, and that the majority agrees with me. I don't honestly think that I'll change Anne's opinion, but perhaps Anne and my conversation will be heard by some other people out there who haven't made up their mind, and maybe both of us have given them some food for thought, and they'll be able to form an opinion, or a better informed opinion, because of our conversation.
Next tonight, comedy to wrap up your weekend. Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara hit the road. Dallas is the destination if they make it. Hot Pursuit, Channel 5's network premiere, next.